Hello, I'm James Preston and welcome to another edition of Executive Corner Expert Talks. With almost all COVID-related restrictions having been lifted, one of the most impacted industries, health and fitness, is beginning to thrive once again. Gyms are back into full swing and one chain is rapidly growing throughout Greater Sydney. That chain is Reunion Training. And to discuss the growth of the business, CEO Simon Philis joins me live. Simon, great to have you here on Kalkine TV.
G'day James, how are you, mate?
Very good, mate. It's fantastic to have you with us today. Now, Simon, first and foremost, what is the concept of Reunion Training?
Well, we refer to Reunion as the evolution of group training and fitness. We take a look at a more holistic approach to health and fitness and well-being. We consider the benefits of strength training as a massive proponent of long-term health. We take a 12-month view on training itself so that it is a periodized program that undulates, grows, and peaks and troughs, just like you would normally. It allows for greater results over a longer period of time, and we take a look at fitness as a lifestyle rather than something to fix a problem for a short period of time.
Now, one aspect of Reunion is obviously the group training approach. How does your training differ to that of other competitors, for example, maybe F45 as one that we can also look at as having that group sort of approach?
Yeah, group training came along, and I think everyone sort of defaulted to that high-intensity interval training. There's plenty of those around, and it's not to say that that's not good for some people. But the primary difference between Reunion and those HIIT-type focused gyms, regardless of that F45 or Barry's or whatnot, is Reunion focuses very much on a strength core focus. 3 days of the week are spent focusing on traditional strength training movements, not so much the Olympic lifting that could cause injury or harm. We look at traditional movements that build strength, like the bench press, like deadlifts, like squats, those kinds of things. And we also do conditioning on Tuesdays and Thursdays, using Saturdays where we take all the big highlights from the week, the big exercises that everybody enjoyed, and cram them into what we call like a Hollywood session at the end of the week. That's great fun, a bit of a conglomeration of all the things that we do. So that's what really separates us, that lean towards hybridized training where you do get your strength components. It's not purely about aesthetics. You sure as hell are not there to burn yourself out, and it is for longevity, which includes a strength as well as conditioning.
That's a really good point, keeping that fun about there as well, and also preventing injuries. I mean, I'm someone who's had plenty of injuries, so I know that it can be completely debilitating both physically and mentally, and just that path back is such a difficult one. So to be able to keep in there and get that consistency is really important. Another thing that we've seen is that gyms seem to be in this constant sort of membership price war. There's sales all the time, different gyms waiving sign-up fees, anything to get people in the door. How does Reunion keep its membership prices competitive, and what different membership options are there?
So we like to keep it simple at Reunion. We take a no BS approach to training, and it's the same thing with our memberships. Our basic membership is actually extraordinarily inclusive. You have whichever gym that it is you sign up to, you have unlimited class access all through the week. We also include live online training as part of that membership, which means that you are allowed to, at any given time, jump onto our live platform when and as those classes are available as well. So if you happen to be away, if you have a work commitment, if you are unable to get to the gym because you're picking up the kids or they have like sport or an event or something, you're still able to continue your training program, you're still able to keep your routine, which we find is very important for professionals who tend to be the ones wanting to come to gyms of this type. We are a high-end luxury gym as well, so we tend to focus on high-end activities. We have, of course, a very unique membership offering that also includes nutritional guidance from the moment you join the gym. And what really sets Reunion apart in our memberships and how we think we add a lot of value is we assess you from the moment you join. You can't simply join the gym and start your first class. We assess you based on what your ability is, where your strengths and weaknesses lie, and of course where your injuries are. So we can provide the right guidance for you, firstly in the gym, tailor the actual gym itself. Most group training gyms, you're there to do whatever it is that's written on the paper or on the screen as it is, but for us, we'll know what is going on with the member prior to them even doing their first class, which allows us to then have our highly skilled trainers identify slight alterations that are required when you do come to the gym. If you're, for example, harboring a knee injury and this happens to be a knee dominant day at the gym, there will be adjustments made on the fly by the highly trained coaches who are capable of doing that. So for us, it's really about value that's packed into the offering, and the price that you'll pay is really one that will stick around for a long time. We're not one to hike prices every so often. We believe that it's fair and equitable as it is. And visit your local gym reunion itself, or jump online and have a look. Our prices vary from $69 a week up to $99 a week, depending on which site you're at. But that is an all-inclusive membership.
No, brilliant. And look, when it comes to fitness institutions, ultimately the proof is in the pudding. People are going, and they're going there looking for a transformation. Now, you decided yourself to test the regime offered by Reunion, given you are the CEO, and look, it is a pretty remarkable change. This is the shot for when you first started your journey, and this one right here is where you're at now. I mean, it's a pretty remarkable transformation. Can you take us through the journey?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the time, you've seen, this isn't the first transformation of its kind. I'm not saying that no one else in human history has done this. I guess what this really shows at Reunion is that took me approximately 16 months to accomplish, which is not necessarily a short fix. But what I managed to do was gain a lot of muscle at the same time as losing a lot of weight. And we don't tend to track weight in the same way that others maybe do. We were trying to break those old myths and look at training as a healthy prospect. No crash dieting. We don't like exclusionary dieting either. I didn't cut out anything specifically. I continued to eat things that I enjoyed. I was, of course, guided by the Reunion nutrition principles and stuck to them, but at no point was I starving, and we varied between calorie deficits and surpluses to ensure that there were no hormone crashes, which then allowed me to build muscle at the same time, which again is quite rare to do. I think that's of all the changes that I can see in those two, that before and after. I think the muscular transformation is quite startling to me. It's hard to see myself as either one of them, to be honest with you, because you don't really expect to be able to be one or the other. But Reunion's training has been one that was about a story of consistency, if I could sum it up in a word.
Well, there is a number of Reunion training gyms already running. What sites do you currently have, and which ones are on the way? Is there the possibility of franchising some of those new ones too?
So, at the moment, we currently operate at 305 Kent Street, so in the CBD. So if there's anyone coming back from work from home and spending some time in the CBD, that gym is operational and running, and looking forward to welcoming you inside. We've got a great culture and community, and everyone's very welcoming. We have another site at Potts Point at Macleay Street, opposite the Apollo. It's a really great spot as well. It's a pumping gym. It's really got a great vibe. I think you'll love the people there. The trainers are phenomenal, and it's always a good time at Potts Point. We've also got another gym operational in Brookvale, and again, a great site. We love the beaches, and the beaches people up there are all very much about their fitness. So the great community feel. Those are our current operational gyms. We have another gym looking to open in Edgecliff, and that is hopefully imminent on the horizon between the next 3 to 4 months. You can start signing up to that from now via our website, which is reuniontraining.com. We also have another site opening up in the central CBD at Bridge Street in the new A&P building. I think they're calling that P Quarter. So those are the ones that are currently coming around. We do have franchising commencing very soon. If a franchise interests you in terms of a location, if you're a member looking for a franchise to come to your location, by all means contact us. If there is enough interest from members in certain areas, we will accelerate our push into those locations. And conversely, if you are looking at business and looking at owning a franchise, we welcome inquiries, and we are opening those doors right now with plenty of territories available.
Well, look, expansion is obviously on the cards in terms of new physical locations, but where is the company heading more broadly over, say, the next 12 months and into the next couple of years?
Yeah, we're focusing very much on our push towards franchising. We've worked very hard on our franchising model and to become a franchisee-focused business. Let's make no mistake about it, there are plenty of brands out there looking to franchise. But in our humble opinion, the key element that's missing and consistently missing in franchise businesses is that focus on the franchisee. It's always there in the very short term at the beginning, but then as those businesses grow and invariably go international, they tend to become a little bit absent. Whereas our business structure is such that we will always have a footing in any country that we have franchise operations. We will have a local headquarters at all times. So we will always be there to support them. That will allow us to embark upon our international growth period, which is from now. We're expanding into New Zealand. We are in negotiations for Singapore, and we will be looking at the second half of the year to go deeper into Asia with a movement into the United States, the UK, and Canada the following year. So Reunion is definitely on the growth path, and we welcome inquiries from as small as one location to as many as, to multiple locations or even master franchises.
Now, you've alluded to it a little bit there. Obviously, we're talking probably more about franchising itself as opposed to direct investing. But you look at some of these other big chains, whether it be overseas, Mark Wahlberg is obviously involved in a few of them. Billion-dollar enterprises, really, these fitness institutions. What are the other investment opportunities with the Reunion Training brand? Is it just franchising, or is there another way to get involved?
For financial investors, there is also the opportunity right now. We've just commenced capital raising within the parent company, and as the business that will obviously operating here, but also internationally, that we are raising between $5 to $10 million. We are entertaining investors as small as $100,000 in the form of a convertible note. We can provide terms if that is of interest to everybody. They can contact myself at Simon, spelled SIMON, at reuniontraining.com, and I will gladly welcome any inquiries about the capital raising. That capital raising will actually enable us to go completely internationally, but fulfill all of our international ambitions, but also to grow other parts of our business, like our supplementation and nutrition aspects, where we are looking to kind of grow even further.
Look, it certainly does seem like a very exciting horizon is on the future for Reunion Training. It's been great to chat today, Simon. Just before I let you go, where can we find all the details?
Yeah, please just jump on our website, reuniontraining.com. If you'd like to contact me directly, I can be contacted at Simon, spelled SIMON, at reuniontraining.com. And if there's anything else that we can do for you, please just reach out. We always will. We're always there to help.
Well, I can hear the email chimes going off in the background. Maybe you've got a couple of investors coming through right now. Simon, thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks, James. Appreciate it.
Well, that's Simon Philis, the CEO of Reunion Training. And if you missed any part of that chat, you can catch the full interview on Kalkine Media's YouTube channel. So make sure to subscribe. I'm James Preston, reminding you to stay apprised and invest wise.